This has been a Clear Springs Entertainment production. On this episode of Parx-e Trip Across America. For Chris Parke, America is a way of life for him. He loves to go back every chance he can get, to meet new people and to catch up with old friends. So for 5 weeks, he explored America again. And along the way, he interviewed some cool people and explored some cool new cities. From New Zealand to America, watch as he explores America and interviews some cool people. This is Parx-e Trip Across America.
You are a professional songwriter now, so how does the songwriting process start for you when you're working with others and collaborating?
So basically, I say it's like a bunch of strangers get in a room and edit each other's ideas. A lot of times the producer will have like a beat or a chord progression, and that will inspire some melodies. We will get straight on the mic, kind of freestyle, or sometimes we work it out just in the room, kind of yelling our ideas out. I'm most inspired by concepts, so if you throw a good concept at me or I walk in with a good concept, I'm going to have, like half the song written already. Possibly. Okay, 30% of the song.
So how does, for you personally as a songwriter, how does the song start for you?
Personally?
Yes.
Personally, it is concept. It's like you might say something to me today that I find super cool or super poetic, and it'll just set my brain into this, spiraling world of words. And I find it really, really easy to spit it out if I'm inspired by a concept. So that's always been what's got me the most.
So do you think that for doing that, do you think with doing that stuff that helps you when it comes to getting ideas as well?
I think getting ideas is just paying attention. Like, today I said something to my boyfriend and he was like, "That's a good one," and I wrote it down in my phone, because if you're not paying attention, you might miss a really, really awesome title or idea that comes to you. So movies are great, Twitter is great, conversations are great. So nowadays you would have probably kept a book to keep all your ideas down. So do you keep everything stored on your phone when it comes to ideas? Yeah, definitely. You would have had to actually find a pen and a paper. I remember doing that when I was little, to write down like a lyric idea or whatever. But now it's all in my phone. I have, like, if you open my phone, the notes section, there's an entire note, just a list of titles and ideas.
So you've been in LA for a long time now, so do you think your songwriting style has changed from when you were living in Nashville and Canada?
Yeah. I think I just have like a more well-rounded wheelhouse. When I got here, I was writing pop, but I don't think that it was as strong as it is now, because you learn from every person that you collaborate with. So I just started collaborating with really, really dope pop writers and learned from them and got into the groove and started realizing what works and what doesn't over here, which is a totally different thing that works in Nashville. So it's just like an adjustment period, and now I feel like I can kind of go any direction and pull out the little tools I need for whatever genre I'm working in, whatever city I'm working in.
So do you have a particular style of genre that you'd be writing with when you collaborate with others, or is it whatever comes in the moment?
Right now, the sessions I'm doing are pop sessions. So anything just within the pop spectrum. Could be pop that leans urban, could be just like straight, like kid Disney pop. Anything within popular, top 40, what's going on right now.
So you've strayed away from doing country then, like you originally did?
I haven't written a country song in a minute, but like I said, I could pull that out. I could probably write you a country song in my sleep. That's how comfortable I am with writing country for as long as I did.
So do you think that being here comfortable and knowing what works and knowing what doesn't work?
Yeah. I think that a lot of it is getting feedback from people. If you don't have a person to bounce it off of that's telling you this is working, this is not working, it's going to be a lot longer, harder of a climb. If you have someone in your corner telling you, like, this is what's working, this is what you do well, this is what would complement your skills. You should work with a person like this. That kind of thing really, really helps. And not everyone gets that kind of feedback. And I've been lucky enough to have people in my life who have given me that.
So, typically for you, how long would a normal day? What would your normal day as a songwriter consist of?
Normal day in a co-write would be walking into the studio around 1, hammering out some ideas for a few hours, can end anywhere between 4 to say 8 hours. And at the end of the day, we will get a finished demo of the song. Not like a finished final, but we'll get like something that sounds pretty decent that people can hear.
So that's a good question to ask you. So with obviously you'd be doing a lot of demos. So would you have guys that would be singing the tracks, or females that sing the tracks, that are professional demo singers, that you have the song read as a demo, then you can send it off to say like a big label like Sony, or say a small boutique label that's looking for pop music?
Well, the great thing about the top liners, we call it, people that write melody and lyrics, we call it top liners. The great thing about top liners in this city is that they're, incredible singers themselves. So if I'm not singing the demo, the other writer in the room is singing the demo. So it'll be the writer demoing the song, and it sometimes the demo sounds better than whoever cuts the song.
I can tell you that. I can tell you, because one of my favourite singers was a singer that he mainly done demos, and I thought his versions of the songs were better than the pop finished version. I'm like,
yeah. No,
wow.
like yesterday I wrote with a girl. Her voice is incredible. I'd let her sing everything. The people I work with are really talented.
It's just the way the industry is, isn't it? And that.
Yeah.
So, what's next for yourself?
What's next? Well, I'm following just the wave of what's working right now, and I'm very busy in sessions, writing for people, so I want to keep writing the pop music. I'm still experimenting on the side with what I do for myself, so we'll just see where that goes. I won't put any expectations on that, but I'm keeping that alive, and we'll just 2018 has a good momentum going. We'll see where it goes.
Now, I have one more question for you, which is not music related, but I should have mentioned this earlier, but it's a question that I've been asking everybody on this trip, because this video series I'm making, which you've kindly been a part of, I bought an As Seen on TV product before.
A what?
As Seen on TV product before.
Oh, As Seen on TV. I've definitely wanted to. My dad is obsessed with that stuff. He's always buying As Seen on TV stuff. So I think I've received As Seen on TV stuff as gifts, like Christmas gifts. He'll have bought it. I don't believe I've ever ordered something, but I've definitely used As Seen on TV products.
Abby, so we're talking acting, modeling. She's come out here from lovely Pennsylvania to do this as a career. So how did you get into all this?
Well, it started when I was very young. My mom put me in a church musical thing, and the singing was really the precursor to all of it. She wanted me to sing, but then I learned about the whole acting aspect of it, and it really kind of just went off from there. My mom wasn't very happy about it. She still wants me to pursue singing more than acting, but it came down to what really made me happy. So once I convinced her and my family to let me really get into acting, with that came finding an agent. And with finding an agent came the modeling on the side. And once I moved out to LA for acting school, I realized there were a lot of opportunities to do like freelance modeling on my own, just like on the weekends, get me out of the house. And so I took advantage of that, and here I am.
So how have you find being in LA from being in Pennsylvania, where it's completely different?
There are a lot more opportunities. There's a lot more networking that goes on here. It's like around the corner, every corner, there's somebody who's involved in some aspect of the industry. Like, I made a really good friend named Steven. He goes to the Film Institute for graphic design, and we just connected a lot there, and he's helped me like design logos and stuff for just fun little projects that I've done. I've helped him do projects for his graphic design, and it's just every friend you make out here is just good to have. I'd say instead of networking just for networking, make friends and go from there, because that's going to benefit you a lot more.
So how have you found the training and helping you get work further in your career?
The training's definitely really helping. Honestly, at this point, I can't imagine going into the industry as blind as I was before I came to school. There are just a lot of little ins and outs to the industry, do's and don'ts, that I had no idea existed before my teacher started telling me about it. And there's a huge benefit. Like, yeah, you could be really naturally talented with acting, but that can only get you so far. There are little just courtesies of auditioning that you need to know about, just little things here and there that really set you apart from everybody else. And learning that from experienced teachers who have been a part of the industry for so long is just really, really helpful.
So have you learned from them the do's and do nots?
Yes. Just certain things that you shouldn't say when you're auditioning, things you should do before you audition, things you shouldn't do when you're on set, the people you need to check in with before you leave, just little things, a lot of just little details and little screw-ups that if you do the one wrong thing, you could be really screwed over, and it's just really helpful to know.
So what do you hope this year, being 2018, will have in store for you?
Well, I'm graduating this year, so it's all the hopes of getting out into the industry and just making sure I've got a solid foundation for myself. I don't expect to become famous overnight or anything, but I do want to set a solid working schedule for myself. I want to be able to book solid jobs in terms of acting and modeling. I just want to be able to survive out here. For sure. That's the ultimate goal, survival. 2018.
So do you think that the industry is changing? Because in the old days, most people go see movies at cinemas. Now it's like you've got video on demand, people are using Netflix, they're illegally downloading. How do you think that's going to affect you getting work? And also the fact that more and more traditional film actors have all gone to television shows because that's where the good work has landed.
Yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that we talk about in class. There's been no solid answer to that question. It's just all about adaptation. You got to be able to adapt, is what they keep telling us. Our one major concern, which it's like half and half, is the whole idea of virtual reality. Yeah, there's still going to be motion capture jobs for that, but that's what's got, I think, our industry really worried right now, is the idea that CGI will take out traditional acting. We've got some people who are worried about it. I'm on the side, I'm less worried about it because I feel like CGI can't capture things that actual acting can. I like a nice mix, like Lord of the Rings CGI mix. I think that's the nice toss-up between the two worlds. And I think that's really going to be where we're headed with the whole technology age. In terms of Netflix and television, yeah, Netflix is really pushing the traditional studio hierarchy, everything that's been going on with that. It's really pushing and shaking up the industry, and we've talked about it in entrepreneurship a lot, and it's just going to be a see how it goes game.
So what kind of work would you like to be getting?
Ooh. See, I was really excited when I think it was Amazon. Was it Amazon who finally got the contract for the Lord of the Rings prequels? That's the kind of stuff I really want to do. I've always been into the whole fantasy genre, adventurous things, like the epics. I really want to be in an epic. That's my major goal. But I also really have a soft spot for realistic movies and plays. And, I do want to continue modeling. Wherever this takes me, I do want to continue modeling on the side.
This has been a Clear Springs Entertainment production. Thanks for watching.